This is Wednesday, March 23rd, 2011. This is Fred Glick from my new office at 2043 Locust Street in Philadelphia. And I want to talk today a little bit about the market and what's going on. The headline here is the real estate market is coming to a halt. That's right, the dramatic pause to let you all just go, oh my God, what's going on? Here are some of the issues. Number one, there's still uncertainty with buyers. They don't know that they're going to keep their jobs. They don't know that they're going to stay here. They see rents a lot cheaper than what mortgages could be, which leads me to the second problem. The second problem is that the sellers are greedy. At least a lot of the sellers are greedy. They still think their houses are worth some ridiculous price from 2006, but they're not. The people who took out all these 100% no doc, option arm, if you can breathe loans, made the values of property go up because it was artificial. Now they're back to a point where people actually who want the properties have to qualify for them. That's the biggest thing about why the values have gone down. So the sellers, some of them are just absolute lunatics. Realtors should stop taking listings where they just make up a number or list it for whatever the seller wants to, because it's doing nothing but hurting the entire market. Third thing is financing. We all know it's getting harder and harder and harder and harder and harder to get a mortgage. The rates seem to have come down a bit, and that's only because of the tsunami slash earthquake slash nuclear crisis in Japan that we all feel terrible about, but there's been flight to quality. Will that continue? We don't know. If the rates go back up, we don't know, but we do know that if the Federal Reserve's loan officer compensation rule does go through on April 1st and the lawsuit from NAIHP is not successful, and you could see it all at naihp.org, there'll be less mortgage brokers. The banks will control the mortgage business, and the banks will basically just price things at whatever they feel like pricing them and making 4, 5, 6 points a loan. Whereas a mortgage broker working at about 1 to 1.5 a loan, it's a heck of a lot cheaper for you. Number 4, good houses are gone. The people who were in the market really wanted to buy, found the right house, found it at the right price, already bought it. It's hard to find a lot of good properties. I have many buyers, they're just looking. I mean, it's ridiculous how we can't find the right house. There's junk on the market, there's overpriced stuff on the market, and it's really hard to find the exact thing that you're looking for. Fifth is the shadow inventory and the robo-signing stuff. It's all in a big lump combination of technical, legal crapola, but the stuff's going to come to market eventually. The banks have learned that the short sales are a lot better than doing the foreclosures, but there's still a lot that are so far gone in foreclosure or so ridiculous in price, they have to let it go and clean the titles up. So we're going to continue to see all that come of market, and then, just add to the inventory and supply, demand, simple economic theory. Supply will outweigh the demand, and so the values will go down. Now, what can be done? I'm not all gloom and doom. First of all, get your sellers into reality. If they're not into reality, hey, take the bold step of firing the client. Let some other person who will make up a number get the listing. It doesn't matter, because their credibility goes down the drain eventually in the long run. So it's a smart thing to get the sellers to do the right thing as opposed to just having a listing. Number 2, pressure Congress. Every member of Congress. Let them hear it loud and clear that the mortgage financing world is a mess. You can't get deals done. Talk with your NAR people, your local and your state associations. Get them to understand the problems you're having with financing. They need to know the guts so they can go in and fight and try to get this all fixed up. You can also go to naihp.org. Full disclosure here, I am a board member, but it's the National Association of Independent Housing Professionals. We work for the housing industry, meaning mortgage people, real estate people, title appraisers, etc., to try to get things right. and we go and we talk to members of Congress, their staff, the committees, the agencies, and try to right the wrongs. Lastly, do an analysis for your buyers. Show them the comparison between renting and buying. Show them that the interest and the taxes and possibly the PMI are tax deductible. Show them the different financing modules that are available. You can still do zero down on USDA. You can still do zero down on VA. 3.5% down can be all gift on FHA. The 97% are coming back for conventional. There's the 95% in every market right now for conventional. So there is some financing out there for the low down payment. If you got a 520 credit score, work on your credit. You're not ready to buy a house yet. You do have to get your credit straight. You can give them the website of annualcreditreport.com. They get a free credit report once a year and they can clean up anything that's wrong. Might take 60 days or so, but you could increase your score by a lot by just getting rid of things that aren't right, or companies have gone out of business that will never answer the credit agencies. So that's kind of the recap of what's bad and how to possibly fix it. And little shout out goes out to my hockey team in Aston, of which we are one game away from winning our cup. And my Wharton team is 2 games away from winning the championship. And I welcome everybody to come watch the Cheesesteak Chalice this weekend at the University of Pennsylvania Class of 23 rink on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's a great tournament between 3 NBA schools that fight for NBA hockey supremacy on a pretty low level. But they eat cheesesteaks, and believe it or not, they drink beer too. So have a great day, everybody.